Hi, my peoples of this world. I am your God. I am your God. Yes. And I would like to talk to you this morning about this war between the races. This war is a war that must happen because things that happened to our ancestors back in the days. This war between the races must happen because we are old from the pain and suffering of color that went through back in the days. The history of this, our ancestors. So they must reap what they sow. You must. And this must happen. This must happen. And it shall begin. Because the white people that made this happen back in our days, the days of the ancestors, of your ancestors, of the colored people, they did a lot of bad things. Now, the white race, they do owe the colored peoples. And we must take what we want as you took from us what you wanted back in the days. So we would take what we want from the white peoples. Because you owe us, and we do want peoples of color. We do want what is owed to us. And since you will not give it, we will have to take it. And that is the way it must be. So this war between the races, it must begin. It must begin. And it shall begin. It shall have begun. Because at this day and time, it is to come a change in this world. For us to be the masters and to be the ones to be looked upon. We will be the ones that will sit in front of the buses, and the white people will sit at the back of the buses. We will be the ones that we consider the ones that are clean, the ones who are to be respected. And you are to be considered the ones who are to be the ones that are dirty and filthy, like you considered us back in the days. They come and they did a lot of bad things to the black people. They raped the women, they killed these men, and they whipped them with whips and tied them to trees and things and hung them from trees and a lot of things of that such. Took their money and come in the middle of the night, kicked their doors in and burnt their houses down and took whatever they wanted out of the house, even their wives and things, and raped them and did things. So now it has come a time that you must reap what you sow from the things that the clans did back in the days. Comes a time that you must reap what you sow. And this must happen because the black people will be empowered. We will be the ones that will be the ones you consider to be your bosses or your masters because of the things that you all done to our ancestors and are still doing of this day and time. We will not let you get away with it because God is here on earth. You will not get away with this no more. And you must reap what you sow. And if we have to kill and fight or whatever we have to do to make this happen, it must be done. And you will lose your lives because the people of color will outnumber you and outpower you. No matter how many guns you have bought, you must fight with your color, your peoples of color. You must fight with your color. And you white people, you will fight also, I guess, or you will give up your things because you may lose your lives. Smart thing would be to give it up and let them take what they want and keep your lives so that you will not experience death and never be upon this earth again if you are to be killed. So what you would need to do is give up your things and let them take what they want. And then things will sort of become better for you. as time passes. But you will not work jobs and get the same pay as the black people. We want to give you half of what the black people make. The minimum wage. You want to be able to make half of the minimum wage, half of what the minimum wage is for the white people. Because the black people will not give you the same. Minimum wage will not be the same for colored people. For the black and color for the black and colored people. They will make more. And you will make only half of that. For the next 300 years. That's the way it would be. And this is the way it must be. Because this is the way it was meant to be in your great book. You should know where I had put it before I come here. So this must happen. And this money that of the white people who are trying to take my money, we would take this money and I would give to the colored people, the peoples of color, the black, the Latinos, the Chinese, and the Mexicans, whatever race you are, besides the white race. You will have your parts of this money. And the white people that have bear babies by, if you bear babies by a black man or a black woman, or if you have babies somewhat mixed with a black or a white, a black man or a black woman, then you can fight with the black peoples and you'll be considered to be with the colored peoples. They will not take your things. You should not take their things. If the women have babies by a black man, or if the black women have a baby by a white man, you will not take that white person's things. They should fight with your colors because they would be the ones that are not considered to be racist. They would be able to keep their things. The people around them would know them in their communities and would know that you're not to take their things because they are not racist. And we would let them keep their things. And they would get the even pay as the colored peoples get. They would not have to work for the 50%, 50% of the minimum wage. They would get their total amounts. So they would be considered as a colored person. And they would also get the money out of the 50% when I receive my money that the government has tried to take from me or law enforcement. They will also get their part of the money when it's divided up between peoples of the world. Yes. You will be considered to be with the colored people. You must fight with the colored peoples. Yes. Yes. And this war must begin. So you must spread the word all over the world that this war must begin. I am God, and I am here on earth. And I tell you that this must happen. It must happen. You must obey your God. Because there has come a time for it to be a change. And we will not let the white people do us like our ancestors was done for their modern day slavery that they have of nowadays. We will not let them to mistreat us and take from us like they have tried to take from God and not want the world to know about God. You see, they haven't come to even talk to me, the government. And I've been there since September 26th. They have not even acknowledged the fact to let people know that God is here. They haven't come talk to me no type of way. No one, no police officer, no government, no one. And I have some message to the White House, to the Homeland Security, and they said that they would do something, but they never did nothing. They would talk to me or something. They never did. So I will be your president of the world and of this country. Alan C. McKinney, I will be your president. Yes, I will be your president. And this must begin. I tell you, this must begin. Yes. Yes. This must begin. Yes. This must begin. And it must begin. So you people, you get ready for this war. Because it should have begun. It must happen. I am your God. And I will speak of this later before today is over. I do love you all, and I thank you for watching my video. Have a blessed day.